What's up, folks? Welcome back to Coach from the Couch. This is the bowl game pick'em. This is talk it out. Basically, Billiam has a very busy work schedule this week, so he's not able to attend. Doesn't matter because we have the college football guru. That's what he claims to be. So we said, you know what? Hop on the pod and prove yourself. We're going to talk about Cheez It Bowl, Alamo Bowl, Mayo Bowl, Music City Bowl, Outback Bowl, Citrus Bowl, and then New Year's Six Bowls. This is a huge episode for the brand, huge episode for us, huge episode for the guru himself, Grayson Fisher. How do you feel, Grayson?
Hey, man, I'm excited. I'm ready to get after. I'm ready to prove myself. And after these picks, people are going to realize that they should start listening to me more than you guys.
All right, then. All right. If you didn't watch our first episode with a few of the lower end bowl games, go check it out right now. This is part 2 of that, and then we'll have a New Year's 6 episode as well. 3 bowl game episodes, a lot of value. Happy Merry Christmas. By the way, talking about Christmas, right behind me, Tyreek Hill Ball. If you go on to our Instagram at CoachingFTC, we are giving this ball away for Christmas. All you have to do is follow us, subscribe here, tag your friend in the comments, repost it on your story. You're good to go. You're entered to get the giveaway. December 26th is when the giveaway will be announced, the winner of the giveaway. On Instagram Live, check it out. And good luck. Merry Christmas. Now, enough housekeeping. Anything else before we start, guys?
I'm ready. Let's jump in.
Like and subscribe.
Right. Yep, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start it off with the Cheez It Bowl. Grayson is jacked up about this game. He loves it. Cheez It Bowl. Oklahoma State versus Miami. Miami's +2. Over-under's 58.5. Personally, no idea how he's gassed up about this game. I hate both teams, but let's hear it.
So I'm actually gassed up on the fact of how overrated these programs are.
All right, there we go.
Oklahoma State, number 18, Miami. Let's talk about it. I actually wrote word for word, Battle of the Overrated. You got Oklahoma State in the beginning of the season was at number 6. Number 6. I can't even name a single player on their roster, and they were ranked number 6. Right?
Whoa, hold on. Who's number 6?
No, they were number 6 at one point. Oklahoma State.
Okay. You claim to be the college football guru, and you don't know who Chubba Hubbard is?
Yeah, Chubba Hubbard only played half the season due to injury, sir, and he just won the bowl game. Next up, Miami hit number 7 at one point. All right. So the way I look at it is there's high hopes entering the season. Miami, you get De'Aaron King from Houston, has a very phenomenal year, 2,500 throwing yards, only 5 interceptions. But the problem is O-line is garbage. Atrocious. Kids getting sacked. They can't solidify a run game. They play the most beautiful first quarter of football you'll see, and then it's just garbage time the next 3. And then same thing with Oklahoma State. Chubba Hubbard was a top 5 Heisman watch coming into the season. Did not have a breakout year. Actually had an atrocious year. Got injured, and then even opted out of this bowl game. Because of this, I'm going to Miami. I think it's going to be an extremely boring game, and I'm probably not going to watch it. But when you look at strength of schedule and you look at Miami's defense, turnover chain, I just think they're a way better program than Oklahoma State. And Oklahoma State was what? 5th actually, in a sorry Big 12 conference. I don't like them.
I don't like them either. I thought they were going to be much better coming into the year. But Miami, bro, every time they start like Michigan, bro. Every time they're ranked, and I'm like, okay, like Michigan came in this like one year ranked 12, and I'm like, oh god, they need to be like a 25 maybe. But like Miami's always top, like, bro, they're 5, they're 7. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I can't get on the right side of Miami, so I'm gonna go OK State -2. I can't get on the right side of Miami. I don't like this game at all. I don't like either team. That's pretty much it.
Not watching it.
Cheez It Bowl? No. The Fraud Bowl. We all have recognized these teams are overrated. I really don't understand the OK State, like why they're overrated. I can understand the history behind the U and why the media wants them to be good so bad, just like USC. They want them to be good so bad. Guess what? It's not happening. Now, we have to acknowledge they've gotten better over the years. So lately, especially, they've gotten to be at least respectable. They were pretty dog shit for a while. in this game, I had Miami +2, but I just looked down at the over-under. 58.5 is a lot of points, and I've seen both of these teams go out and lay eggs this year. Like, we're talking 10, 17 points. Supposedly, Oklahoma State's defense is good. I don't really like De'Aaron King. I don't really like that offense. You said the offensive line will be in trouble. Give me that under. And I don't think – I mean, there could be a shot this thing goes under 40 points.
Yeah.
So, I don't see this game being fun to watch at all. You have no Chuba Hubbard, who honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, going in the season, I thought this dude was a dog, and he did not prove
Yeah.
Horrible.
Dude, 625 yards and 5 touchdowns as the number 3 on the Heisman entering the preseason. Terrible. And their quarterback, Sanders, 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Sucks!
Garbage. And Oklahoma State's used to producing pretty good quarterbacks, bro. Like, they've had some good quarterbacks in the past, but this guy's trash, bro.
What's his name? Spencer Sanders?
Spencer Sanders, yeah.
Yeah. Spencer sucks. That guy sucks.
I hate this fucking – I only like Stewart's pick, honestly. I fucking hate that.
Yo, I really hate this team for real.
I hate
I have no reason to dislike them, but I hate both of them.
Wow.
Bruh, for real. All right. I'm glad when you said you like this game, I was like, ooh, but I'm glad you like it because it's so shit. All right.
Yeah, that's why I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Well, we'll move on to the Alamo Bowl. Now, before we start, I have to say, Grayson and I, we just discussed before we started recording, he was saying we should take this off the slate. And I was like, you know what? I have 2 picks for this game. It's the only game I have 2 picks for. I kind of like it. And he's like, well, I mean, Sam Ehlinger is underrated. And then I lost it. So we're going to have to talk this out right now. Apparently, Sam Ehlinger is good. Let's hear it, Grayson. Why is Sam Ehlinger good?
All right, so I'm going to be honest. This game doesn't attract any interest from me whatsoever. But as I was stating earlier, I used to be a very big Tom Herman fan. When he was at Houston, he beat Florida State, he beat Baker Mayfield in Oklahoma. Mans looked very legit, looked like a very good program. Couldn't do it at Texas. And the thing is, now we're starting to see a trend of programs such as Texas as being one of them, USC, Miami, where I don't no longer believe that it's the coach. I believe it's the program. I believe that they don't set them up for success. They ride this wave of we are Texas football, will always be good. But the problem is if you don't adapt to today's time, you're never going to survive. And I think
Auburn.
Auburn as well. I just believe that's the problem. But I do believe Texas is very overrated. But, dude, when it comes to talent, they got it. I mean, top 5 recruiting class 3 seasons in a row, talking about stud after stud. And to say Sam Ehlinger is not good that's just an embarrassment, dude. The kid is freaking phenomenal, just playing on a poor team with poor weapons about him. Go back and watch last year's Joe Burrow versus Sam Ehlinger game. Dude, that man is throwing dots. I'm talking literal decimal points. But his guys are dropping it, and his defense is atrocious. It looks like it's I don't even know the stat, a -10, 63. I don't think it's going to – I don't even know, dude. I got Texas in a boring-ass game. I think they're going to beat them pretty bad, so I don't think Colorado's worth shit.
I literally just wrote on mine, I circled Texas minus – what was the spread?
-10.
10? Yeah, so I have Texas minus the points, and then I just wrote Texas more talent. Like, they're just – bro, they have more – they shouldn't – if this game's close, like, that's an embarrassment for Texas.
Herman's got to go. And also one more thing before Stu goes. Texas plays good in bowl games. They beat Georgia not so long ago. They beat them bad. You know, they are good at sucking ass all year and then being really good for one game.
Yeah, everyone's always talking shit, and then they come out and fuck the other team up, and then they're like, oh, Texas again. Like, they're just on like that. Stuart, it's like Gus having a shitty season, and then he beats Alabama, and then he just goes back up. That's Texas, bro. They freaking
himself every time.
That's what you call that.
All right, here's the method to my madness. You said, all right, they're really good at recruiting, blah, 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 blah. Then immediately you said, oh, but he has guys drop the ball. Now, I agree. I've seen some games where they just drop it, literally drop it. Look, bro, I want to like Texas so bad. I texted Kaleb first game of the year.
We wanted to be Texas guys.
We're Texas guys. Immediately, they let us down like 4 weeks later. I can't with them. I can't with Sam Ehlinger. Sometimes he looks like literally like the number 1 overall pick. Next, he doesn't look like he's going to get drafted. I don't know if that's the way the coach prepares them. I don't know if he's literally just a moron, but Colorado is under the radar. They're not going to win the game. I promise you this game stays within 10 points. I literally wrote, I promise Texas is not winning by 10.
I don't know, man. I'm taking the 10 point. I think they're going to win by 10.
I hope so, dude. They have to.
So I'm going to take plus 10 Colorado, and I'm going to take under 63.5.
Oh, easily. Yeah, easily.
Under, way under. I'm taking under 63.5.
We're looking at like a 21-7, 21-10 kind of game. Like, very boring.
Yeah, so Colorado plus 10, under 67.5. That's where I stand on that.
67?
63. I'm sorry,
Okay,
63.5.
You're good.
All right. Well, is Sam Ehlinger a senior?
I believe so. He came back for 1 more year, or he's a redshirt junior. He's eligible.
I think he's a redshirt junior.
I think he's got maybe 1 more. But yeah.
Sam, if you watch this, stay at Texas. Do not.
1 more year.
You're not going to get a job, kid.
1 more year. You got too many. Trevor Lawrence and on Kyle Trask and stay 1 more year.
Mac.
Between the stacked class that's already in the draft and then like the Trubiskys of the world that are going to go find a job, the Darnolds, it's too much. It's too much. Just let it.
Yo, and maybe if they somehow have that Texas year next year, that'll boost him a lot.
Oh, yeah. Dude, the hype around that program, the media is just waiting to jump onto a Miami, USC, or Texas. They just want to latch on to
money programs. But the problem is they're programs that are trying to be successful the way they were 50 years ago. It doesn't work today.
Auburn. All right, we'll move on. This is your game, Grayson. The Mayo Bowl. The Mayo Bowl. Show the tie. Come on. Show the tie. Unfortunately, I have to disagree with that. Wake Forest against Wisconsin. Wisconsin's minus 6.5. Over-under is 53 points. Grayson, what's up?
Dude, this is not a game that attracts viewers. Not going to be a fun game to watch. It's going to be boring. It's going to be slow. There's going to be times you're wondering if it's a commercial or the game because it's going to be like, what is going on?
Oh, shit.
I think we have the truth. This is the problem with Wisconsin this year. We are, and I will argue this to the death, we are RBU. We produce the best running backs out of any other Division I college football program.
Alabama.
Okay? No, go home. When it comes to producing, getting them to the NFL and keeping them with a career, we're the best.
What happened to Monty Ball?
The problem was he was bust. The problem is we
Okay,
don't.
so who else? Melvin Gordon?
We don't have a secure running back right now, and I think that's killing us. We have a stud freshman quarterback.
Well, that's your guys' thing is like when you have that stud, that's your workhorse, bro. And then like the other people. We got Graham Mertz, right? We're like, all right, we're gonna get another Jonathan Taylor because we always get a 4-star running back because who wouldn't want to run behind that 6'5" offensive lineman? Why Russell Wilson came, all right. But the problem is we don't have that guy right now. So instead of using our normal offense, which is what Russell Wilson succeeded in, which is attack you with the run and open holes with play action pass, we're having to flip that around, which is not how we play. You know, we're having to use Mertz to open up running game, and it just doesn't work. I think Mertz is a stud. I think he's going to do well. I think we have a solid team. I just think with Corona, I mean, we got hit hard. We lost 3 games. I don't see anything good in Wake Forest. They don't do anything big for me. I mean, they had a decent schedule. They lost to Louisville, who's garbage. I don't know, man. I see us winning in like a 7-point game. I don't see. I mean, without Jamie Newman, Hartman's doing a very good job replacing Newman. They just have no weapons, bro. You know how hard it is to recruit to Wake Forest? Like, come on. Yeah.
But not winning big.
That's that school where you have to like they don't do many grade pulls. Like you got to have like a 3.0 and be like you got to be pretty smart to get in there. That's like the Vanderbilt shit.
Private school baller in high school.
Yeah, exactly. I'm taking Wisconsin -7. I look at like games like this where Wisconsin's like usually a well-respected like team in the Big Ten. Like this is a big game for the Big Ten. Like the Big Ten has some pretty big bowl games to like prove to themselves that like what kind of conference they are. So I think this is one of them. I think that Wisconsin wins. They should win. I think they're better coached and I think they play better competition week by week usually. So I'll take Wisconsin.
Yeah, but going back on what you said real quick before Stu goes, sorry to interrupt. it's really hard to compare and like to look at how good these Big Ten teams are when they went from no football and then like, oh, you got a game next Saturday.
Yeah, I know.
No preseason.
No.
And like,
I'm saying usually though.
I am not a James Franklin fan whatsoever. I do not think he is that good of a coach. But even you can't even bash him at how he's doing at Penn State, bro. These kids went from doing bench press to, all right, we're playing a game. You know, they had no time on the field. They had no feeling pads. They didn't even get a depth chart aligned. Like, it's so hard to say how good these teams really are in the Big Ten. And the Pac-12, honestly. I hate the Pac-12, though. Hate the Pac-12.
So I think we can all agree Wisconsin, like, got screwed out of all the teams. They got screwed by the Big Ten's idiotic Corona rules, the way they handled the whole thing. That team was the one that got screwed the most. And I only say that because Ohio State, they bent the rules for Ohio State.
Yeah, they bent over for Ohio State.
Yeah. So
that was some bullshit.
Anyways, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna take Wake Forest. I've watched Wake Forest multiple times this year.
They're not horrible.
They're not a horrible team. The quarterback's pretty good, and they did have their last two games, bad losses.
Bad loss.
But I'm pretty sure they were coming off of a Corona break. I think they got Corona, and I'm pretty sure they were coming off of it. I've watched them a couple times. I like them. They score a lot, and I don't think Wisconsin can score a lot. 6.5 is too many points. Wisconsin will probably win. It could be a close game. I'll take the risk. I'll take Wake. Wisconsin's let me down multiple times this year. I like Wisconsin, and I bet on them because I like them. I like Graham Mertz. It didn't go well for me when I bet on them multiple times this year. I will take Wake with the points.
Respectable, respected. Can't hate you on it.
Next game. This game is we'll just lay it out. Music City Bowl, Iowa against Missouri. Plus 15 Missouri is. Over 50.5. This game's just easy. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to lay out my pick. Iowa minus 15 is super easy.
Dude, Iowa is going to blow the brakes off of Missouri. It's not even going to be a close game. I don't even have anything written on it. It was one of those games I was like, Iowa's going to kill them. Iowa and Wisconsin are very similar in the fact that they always produce well and they're always well coached. I feel like the only difference is Wisconsin has a little better recruits. You know, where's a little bit better players. But Iowa's a solid team. Shout out Dane Belton, starting strong safety. I went to Jesuit with him. He's the boy. Dude, they're going to blow. Like, Missouri is garbage. Let's just be honest.
They're anus.
Not good. And Iowa's on a 5-game win streak. All right. Blow out 28-7 Wisconsin, 35-21 Illinois, 26-20 Nebraska, 41-21 Penn State, and 35-7 Minnesota. So they aren't just like getting by. They're
working
games. Like, you are easily like, oh, Iowa's winning this game.
We have to note Missouri gave up 48 points to Arkansas and 51 to Mississippi State. What the fuck?
That's a problem.
Bro, and they beat 2-8 South Carolina 17-10.
Whoa! Like, come on, guys. What 15 points? This is a rout.
Yeah, I like the 15. I think Iowa's gonna beat them by maybe 21.
Is this a game for the Big Ten though? Like, if this is like close or Iowa loses, like, are you guys like?
I feel like it's more of a trap game. It's more of like if Iowa wins.
I'm saying like
this game is close. It's not an issue because it's SEC team. But
that's what I'm saying. Is this like a if we're saying that they're gonna beat the shit out of them and this is close, like I'm a Big Ten guy, so like I always ride Big Ten over any conference in the bowls. So, except maybe like fuck Ohio State when they play Clemson. But like, is this like going to be a game where you're like, oh, like the talent level, like the competitive, like how much different Big Ten and SEC football are? Do you think of it like that or no?
No, Missouri's fake.
It's not even SEC.
Yeah, I get. I'm saying
in the SEC, they're not an SEC team.
Yeah, I guess
they're fake SEC.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that was a nice little chat, like a good food for thought.
Yeah, like that's what I think of when I think of like the big, I don't know, like a big game. Like,
well, like I mean, you look at Iowa, that's like a true Big Ten team. Like that's literally Big Ten football.
Yeah, that's Big Ten County. Like that's nothing to do out there at all but sports. Like that's Big Ten as it gets.
Yeah.
But you look at Missouri, they're fake. They're fake as they
Yeah.
SEC football. All right, we'll move on.
Missouri got a good wrestling program though. So does Iowa. It's be a way better wrestling duel than it would be a football game.
That Big Ten wrestling.
All right, hold on, I got something in my eye. I don't know how because I
go to the Gator Bowl.
I was gonna no, we're doing a New York 6 episode after this. I was thinking we go to Gator Bowl. NC State against Kentucky. I don't know why this line is -2.5 for Kentucky. Anyone know?
For Kentucky. No, dude.
Why is Kentucky
State,
I didn't even look at this bowl game.
Are they ranked?
over under is 52.5.
Yeah, you
NC
got
State-
23rd. They're 8-3. Kentucky's 4-6. How do you even make a bowl game? It's 52.5 over under -2.5 Kentucky.
NC State all day. What?
I think NC State blows the brakes off of them.
Yeah, me too.
Why are they the underdog?
I like Stoops a lot at Kentucky. He's a Florida State boy. Like him a lot.
Did someone like really important opt out for NC State or something? Like
I remember like weeks ago their quarterback had broke his leg or some shit.
but they still did well with the backup.
Yeah, like he's still solid. Yeah, I know he's solid.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of though.
I don't know.
This game is so boring. You got a quarterback with 12 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, and a quarterback with 7 touchdowns and 4 interceptions.
I'm gonna take.
Are we all putting NC State?
I think NC State with. I'm not gonna say strength of schedule, but I'm gonna say strength of wins. They've beaten better teams.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Wolfpack Rip Tuffy. All right. Moving on. Oh, my favorite bowl of the year every time. I mean, it's hometown. This is the best matchup I've seen in a while out of this bowl. Ole Miss, the Lane Train, against one of my favorite teams this year, Indiana. I love Indiana, and I love Lane. So Indiana's -6.5. Over under is 66.5. What do we think, boys?
So obviously I have mixed feelings about Lane because I went to him as a freshman and he gave me 2 of the best college football seasons I could have ever asked going to FAU, and then he just broke my heart and left me. And I like Indiana a lot because they got a lot of Tampa boys, man. They got a lot of boys that I grew up with, a lot of kids that I went to parties with or went to high school with. Without Mike Penix, though, I was very worried. And then they beat the brakes off Wisconsin and showed that didn't matter. But what'd you say the over-under was again?
66.5.
I'll be honest, I'm going to take it. I think these two offenses put up so many points. Ole Miss has a terrible defense, but the Lane Train's an offensive mastermind. And I think Indiana's going to go out there and realize, you know what? Us trying to stop him's not going to do anything. Let's just score more points than him. I think it's going to be a high air raid game. There's a lot of weapons on both sides. And I think it's going to be a sloppy, high-scoring game. I like Indiana in the end, though.
Indiana. Yeah, I mean, Indiana. I loved Indiana when they had Penix, bro. Like, dude, they were fucking solid. And
should have been Ohio State.
They're another team, bro, that like should have been in a New Year's Six bowl, like Coastal, like what did they go 9-2 or what? Or not 9-2, whatever they did. Where?
They went 6-1 with a 7-point loss to Ohio State.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna take.
And they shouldn't have lost because that dude tipped the ball up and Ohio State got his pick 6 off of it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have happened.
And they got a fumble on Ohio State, ran it, and then fumbled the fumble.
Yeah, they could have won that game for sure.
I think Indiana's just a better all-around football team than Ole Miss, so I'll take Indiana -7.5.
I have it as 6.5.
6.5. Sorry, 6.5.
Okay. So I have 2 picks for this game. Nice spit. I have 2 picks. Indiana -6.5. Lock that in. Grayson, I like your pick, except there's something wrong with it. Your over pick. Elijah Moore and Kenny Yeboah are both out. They both opted out for Ole Miss. Those are their 2 biggest weapons. This game's going under. Indiana's defense is really good. They have a good defense. They do have weapons. They still have the backup quarterback. He can score. This game is under 66.5. This game is around in the 50-point range. So I'm going to take under 66.5, and I'm going to take Indiana -6.5.
Got you.
Is the thing about the Lane Train, bro, is as my teammates are talking about Tronny and Logan, they all consider themselves a part of the engine on the lane train. That's how they all look at themselves. So I don't see, obviously, their best players out. That's going to hurt them. But I feel like he's got other guys coached up and ready for their offense. He rotates guys like crazy on offense. I don't think he's a good head coach, but I think he's an offensive mastermind.
All right. Well, got to respect it. We'll see. I mean, it's not a terrible pick, but I think it's going under. All right. Last game of this episode, then we're going to make another episode about the New Year's Six Bowls, and we're also going to give our prediction on who's going to win the college football playoff. But this is my bread and butter, guys. This is and I really don't know what to say about it, which is sad. The Citrus Bowl. Auburn Tigers take on Northwestern. -3.5 Northwestern is. Over-under is 43.5. Auburn is going into this game. I mean, I hope by the time the game starts, they will have a coach. But as of right now, Scumbag Steele is the coach. And it's hard to say it, but he's a scumbag.
Why didn't they wait till after the bowl game to fire this guy?
Why did they fire him at all?
Yeah.
It's the swamp. Auburn is the swamp.
What the fuck are they doing? That's just I don't understand that.
Guys, we have so much content coming out. We have 3 episodes for bowl games, and I'm gonna rant about Auburn in my own solo episode. You're not gonna want to miss that. I have so much to say, and I've been silent this whole time for the past 10 days.
All right, let's start talking Citrus Bowl. So we got Northwestern's a -3.5 and 43.5 over under. I do not see that getting that high score of a game, to be honest. I don't like the over. And I think Northwestern's going to win in a very boring game. I mean, you got Bo Nix, who's 11 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and then Ramsey, who's 9 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Lead running back for Auburn has 5 touchdowns. Lead running back for Northwestern has 2. They're 2 defensive carried teams that just don't produce on offense.
No knowledge. You don't know. 5 touchdowns, you're calling out the Auburn running back. Guess what? The guy played like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, but he's your leading rusher.
Yeah, and he played 4 or 5 games. He's the leading rusher. Guy's the SEC freshman of the year in 4 or 5 games. He's fucking stuck.
I don't see it being high scoring, dude. I really don't.
I don't think it's gonna be high scoring either. But I literally want to.
Stewart had a thing going for the longest that Najee wasn't the best running back in the SEC.
Well, he's not. He's literally not.
Yeah, I got Northwestern in a nail biter.
I got Northwestern -2.5 or 3.5, whatever, 3.5.
Okay, you both are taking Northwestern.
Yeah.
Auburn. I don't care. I'll do it. I'll bite the bullet. Whatever.
At least they're plus, bro. Shit.
Auburn episode dropping soon. I'm gonna talk about the coaching situation there.
New Year's Six Bowl time, baby.
Yep, we're gonna end this episode. We're gonna start another one off. Hope you enjoyed this. Comment below who you think is going to be who you think is the most correct about our picks. If you like Grayson, if you think he's good at this, maybe we'll have him on some more. Let us know what you think about him below, good or bad. Let it all out.
Everything.
We're gonna end this episode, make the New Year's 6 episode. So go tap into that. We'll see you soon.
Get it.